Everything that we do today, that we do tomorrow, that we continuously do is going to form where we end up in the future. You don't really get to choose to be successful. You don't get to choose to have a lot of money. What you do choose is your habits. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Jay's Perspective. And today I want to talk to you guys about how habits create success. So as people, we are all habitual. And this video is kind of gonna go and connect to my consistency is key video, because habits are the consistent things that we do. So this isn't gonna be as much about the fact that you should be consistent, but it's gonna talk about the things that you already consistently do yourself and how habits are the key to success. We are habitual people, and our habits create our future. It forms our destiny. You know, everything that we do today, that we do tomorrow, that we continuously do is going to form where we end up in the future. You don't really get to choose to be successful. You don't get to choose to have a lot of money. What you do choose is your habits. You choose the habits, you're habitual, and those habits that you have set in place then determine where you will end up in your life, okay? So as people, we're 1000% habitual. We get up and have certain routines and certain things that we like to do. We have certain things that we don't like to do, right? Certain things that we might avoid. We might order food and get it the same way all the time, or you might have a habit of getting a different food every time. So if you're a person that's like, oh, I don't have a habit, or with food, I don't order the same thing every time. I'm always getting something different. If you're always getting something different, then that's a habit too, in which you're constantly changing things. You're constantly getting something else. You're constantly doing this, constantly doing that. That's still a habit. It's still something that you continuously do. A habit is just something that you continuously do. You don't really think about it. It's just, you wake up, you do it. It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. You just do the same things over and over and over. So yeah, it's like clockwork. And when you work on certain things and you consistently wake up and you work on that thing again and you work on it the next day and all that, that's a habit. If you, I don't know, if you have certain tendencies and certain things that you like to do, it's all habits, it's all habitual, but everything that you choose to do today is gonna shape you for tomorrow. It's gonna shape you for next year. So if you're a person who's into the habits of consistently studying, always trying to gather new information, stuff like that, and you're in school, then more than likely you're going to be a person that's getting straight A's in schools and you're passing all your classes and stuff like that, because you've already made it a habit to constantly be seeking out new information no matter what, to get everything you need to know. And you're probably already ahead of the curve and might be ahead in the textbook for where the professor or teacher is teaching y'all currently, because you're just, you're constantly on go. You're constantly going. If you're a person that makes it a habit to sleep late in the day all the time, right? It's great to wake up early in order to get things done earlier, so you could, just really be productive with your day. The only way that waking up late is a good thing is if you have a night job and things of that nature. And, if you do something that requires you to be up late, that, you can still be productive at night, then hey, that's you. But if you're a person that's like always sleeping in bed, sleeping as late as possible, doing the bare minimum is a habit. You know what I'm saying? If you're always only doing what you need to get by, it's going to be a habit. You're not going to see extreme success because you're never really doing more than you need to. That's a habit within you as a person that shows who you are, and that habit then creates where you will end up. If you're always doing the bare minimum, you're going to get the bare minimum. You should always expect your life to go wherever you take it. You should always expect your life to be wherever your habits take you. So if you're doing the bare minimum all the time, you should expect to have the bare minimum in your life for you to, possibly not even have a place to stay or not be able to take care of yourself because you're always doing the bare minimum. If you're a person and you're always working hard towards something every single day, and you have these tendencies, these great tendencies to work hard, you should know that you're gonna end up being successful, right? It's not really a whole guessing game with it. This kind of already tells you everything you do today and you do tomorrow is already gonna tell you where you're gonna end up, right? You could kind of already predict your future, you know, barring anything terrible happening to you or whatever. You could predict your future just by the fact of, I know I do this all the time, so I know I'm going to get to this place. You know, if I know I'm eating junk food all the time, I know I'm going to be fat. If I know I'm working out all the time, I know I'm going to be fit. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like, a habit's not something you're gonna do one time. So if I eat junk food one time, that don't mean I know I'm gonna be fat. If I work out one time, that don't mean I know I'm gonna be fit. But if I know these things are my habits, if you sit and you think to yourself, what are my habits? What do I do on a regular daily basis? You know what I'm saying? Actually sit down and think about that. What do you do on a daily basis? Write down the things that you do the most. Ask yourself, how's what I'm doing being productive with my time every single day, right? If you're not being productive, but you see habits in there, but they're unproductive habits, then you can kind of see the path that you're going to lead down. If you're writing out these habits and you're like, wow, that's productive, you could kind of see that you about to go down this nice, successful path. But we're completely habitual. We always, you know, we tend to wake up at the same time every day or go to sleep around the same time every day. Literally, we just constantly complete routines over and over. We do routines, that's all our habits are. It's the routine that we follow on a weekly basis, and it's just something we're used to. And you know, if we keep going forward with whatever we're doing, that's going to tell us where we're going to end up. So if you want to be successful within your life, create good habits. Write down a list of things that you need to make into habits. Write down a list of habits that you need to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? So create good habits, get rid of bad habits, because your habits are literally going to determine where you end up in your life. And I'm sure none of you want to end up in a bad place. We all want to end up in a good place. We all want certain things. So write down habits that are going to take you to wherever it is that you want to go. All right, guys? So that's going to be it for this video. But remember, this is just Jay's perspective. Everything that I say is just what I think. It's just what I do. You don't got to follow it. You do you. Like, comment, subscribe, and catch y'all in the next one.